Hey guys, welcome back to another Vendo podcast. I'm excited to once again be joined by Mark Jordan. Mark, how you doing, buddy?
Hey there, thanks for having me again.
Of course, of course. So today we're going to be talking about Walmart and a lot of the changes that everybody's been seeing in both the marketplace with the buying team. But we're going to really focus on marketplace for this conversation after we give the audience a little bit of an update what's going on. So Walmart has made some recent headlines with their restructuring, moving towards an omni-buying team, very similar to what Target does. Mark, coming from Walmart.com previously, could maybe help fill our audience in on what that means and what we can look forward to.
Yeah, definitely. It's been quite an interesting 2 weeks here in Walmart world. We've learned a lot very quickly, and we've not learned a lot very quickly as well. There's been quite a lot going on. So trying to figure out exactly what's happening, but our relationships that we have with Walmart, what we've learned so far, the new omni-channel restructuring, it's here and it's kind of come out of nowhere. It's even been a bit of a bomb drop on a lot of these category specialists and buyers that were there. Some of them didn't exactly foresee it coming as well. But yeah, we just heard, they're going to be, they laid off hundreds, if not, I don't know, maybe 1,000 plus category specialists that were located in both San Bruno and Hoboken. And they are, giving offers out to certain individuals to come join the home office in Bentonville, Arkansas to work on an omni-channel buying team. So you'll have kind of like a lead who oversees both store and .com buying. This obviously comes down to the dollar. So it's whatever Walmart's doing to be most profitable. That's what they're doing. And it seems that COVID has kind of, escalated this event almost maybe I'd say about 2 years. I don't think this was going to happen for a bit, but with COVID and the push to e-com, it seems like now is the time for Walmart. So yeah, we're learning here as we have regular conversations with our category specialists. Some are leaving, some are transitioning, teams are restructuring, categories are moving into different parts of the organization that didn't exist before or only existed on the store side. So yeah, there's a lot of moving parts, and we're kind of here to help organize it all.
Yeah, well, great recap. Thank you for that. More to come. I know we at Vendo, because of our sister company and affiliations, have seen some of the previews of what the org structure will look like for that Omni team. Almost like you're going to have kind of the store buyer be the lead, and then you'll have the former category specialist play almost an associate role. But it's going to be very important as you approach the world's largest retailer to understand Omni in a big way. That means store and .com and those two things working together in a symbiotic way. Amazon, probably a couple years ago, where they had a big restructure where they started not kicking out, but they stopped allowing a lot of 1P vendors and pushed them into the marketplace. I think we're going to see a similar shift with Walmart as they start to become, to your point, focused on profitability and push more of their vendor suppliers from either DSV relationships or owned relationships out to a more self-serve marketplace platform that Walmart is constantly evolving and building out. With that being said, Mark, let's talk a little bit about marketplace account setup, because it's not an easy thing to do. It's not an easy platform to navigate. But why don't you talk our audience through kind of the process from start to finish, and then we can, obviously Vendo can help, but would love some of your insights on that.
Yeah, definitely. And I forgot to mention, yeah, great that you brought up about how they're going to be pushing a lot of people to the marketplace as part of this Omni reorg as well. Walmart for a long time, they were all about, let's get all these brands on, let's build up all this, brand equity and whatnot. And now they're at a point where, well, now we have to be profitable. So let's actually just move these brands that we worked so hard to acquire to, a marketplace where, for those who don't know, in the marketplace, Walmart takes a commission fee off your sales. So therefore, it is the most profitable. There's no risk with owned inventory. They're really just, capitalizing on a user base that always drives, the traffic that comes to the website. So yeah, let's talk a bit about kind of how you can start to prep for, this reorg with the marketplace and get yourself set up. So the first thing you want to do, you can just even Google this. If you just Google like Walmart Marketplace, you get onto that page. In the top right corner, there's a request to sell button or apply to sell, something like that. And that's really the first step. You want to make sure you have, your business tax ID, all your business information, your technical contacts, your leadership contacts. A great thing that Walmart wants to know is, do you already sell on a marketplace? Or maybe you already sell to Walmart in another channel. Again, just to kind of reiterate that too, if you have a D2C website, that's even better because you already know how to fulfill orders. That's a huge part of the marketplace, is learning how to just fulfill customer orders, customer service. They're going to want to know if you already have your own D2C website. So that's really the first step there.
Well, just on that point, I know going through this process, both personally and professionally, they actually also ask for some of your Amazon links too. I noticed in the application process, which is interesting. I don't know whether they're trying to scout reviews or what they're trying to do there, but they will ask you for a bunch of business information. So you definitely wanted, to Mark's point, have all of that handy, your EIN, the typical tax information that you would if you were setting up an account on any other platform. It is a very cumbersome process, and Walmart's approval process itself can take a couple of days because it actually goes to people who are vetting the applications and will get back to you with any additional documents required or let you know if you're approved. So Mark, with our relationships, I believe we've helped some of our clients get approved a little bit faster and get set up. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, definitely. I come from the Walmart marketplace, which is great. And they're a wonderful team there. They've built out, a big division of people who help, businesses onboard, businesses get optimized for the marketplace. They hold a lot of trainings and teaching. So I had a lot of, close relationships with some people, and, we here at Vendo are able to kind of partner with some of those contacts and, internal relations that I've been able to bring over. And we have a really great relationship with the marketplace now about, bringing on new brands, how we can help kind of get them optimized for the marketplace if they are having some questions in their approval, request, that initial documentation that they have to set up. We do have some relationships in the marketplace that can help onboard people quicker than normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And so now we've got the account set up, we've got approval, we're starting the actual blocking and tackling stuff of item setup, et cetera. Talk our audience through, you're in Seller Center, which is Walmart's version of Marketplace Portal. What are some good best practices and next steps to get going very quickly?
Yeah, definitely. Some of the first things you're going to want to do, you're going to need to set up like an item, just even if it's like a test item, just get it set up. You can do that through like the manual uploading, which is a pretty straightforward process, or they have these spec sheets for different categories that you can download and fill out the information. You'll want to make sure when you do that you're inputting all of the correct data attribution. Even if fields are saying optional, make sure you try to fill that out as best as possible to optimize your items. That'll really have a big impact on your content quality score, as well as how the internal search algorithms will read your item and make sure that all the appropriate fields are there. So that's as far as the item setup. The other big piece is making sure that you set up your FCs in your shipping settings. You want to make sure that that's all fleshed out. And if you have multiple, in the US, you can add those as well. Kind of going off of that, I know we were going to talk a lot about shipping optimization. Yeah. So that's really the next step there, Darren. I didn't know if you wanted to jump in for a sec.
I always like to point out acronyms when people say it on our podcast, and FCs obviously being fulfillment centers for those who aren't aware of what Mark was referring to. But yeah, that's a good segue into a very, very important aspect of today's D2C world, which is logistics, shipping, free shipping, prime shipping. And I'm sorry, I know we're all over the place here, Mark, but let's just taking a step back. I want to make sure everybody understands when they are setting up their account, they're going to have to be prepared to enter their FAQ policy, their shipping policy, their privacy policy, their customer service policy. Walmart does, versus Amazon, ask you to have a lot of that verbiage ready as you're filling out the different boxes to get your account ready so that you can do an item setup. I wanted to backtrack to that point so that people had that handy when they went to set up their Seller Center portal. So moving on to shipping, as Mark said, very important, a lot of key features and aspects here. Just for context, Vendo does have 2 warehouses, both located in Los Angeles here, as well as in Arkansas, to help our clients with a lot of various logistic tasks, such as bundling, case packing, sending product in, whether it's to Walmart or Amazon or direct to consumer for that matter. So Mark, maybe talk to us about the different setups and options as it relates to shipping optimization for Walmart.com marketplace.
Yeah, definitely. And kind of going back to some of the points you brought up too, when those initial steps too, important with the your fulfillment centers or FCs, that you make sure you're aware of what your lag time is, because as orders come in, you want to make sure you actually understand how quickly you can ship orders out. That's a huge piece, and if you need better lag times, there's ways to kind of set that up in Seller Center as well. But yeah, moving into kind of shipping optimization as a whole. There's a couple options for shipping just off the bat that we could talk about, and then I'll talk a bit about the actual settings in Seller Center. I guess a couple options there. Either you can ship it yourself as the supplier. If you do have your own warehouses, you can ship your orders to your customers. Another option is there's a Vendo out here, as Darren mentioned. We have our own warehouses that we can help you fulfill orders if needed. Walmart also does have partnerships with a company called Deliver. That's Deliver with 2 R's. They're kind of like a third-party fulfillment service. I haven't heard anything too positive about the costing there. I think it is pretty pricey,
Sure.
But I think that is an option. There's also Walmart Fulfillment Services, or WFS, which we are aware that it's still kind of in a beta phase. I just sat on a Walmart Marketplace shipping optimization meeting last week with the Walmart Marketplace shipping team, who pretty much, filled us in and told us that, if you can still ship D2C or find other ways, because the WFS service seems to be only available to very, very high volume sellers or unique sellers. I've actually seen the wait list for it, and I've seen the way that they personally pick people for it. It's a bit all over the place. So would definitely apply to that. If you haven't already, you can do that directly in your Seller Center account, right on the top bar next to your settings. Go ahead, Darren. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say WFS, Walmart Fulfillment Services, is supposed to be like Amazon's FBA program. I know that Shopify is also building out their own fulfillment network capabilities, very similar to that. And with the recent announcement by Kroger that they're launching their own online marketplace, this space is going to be pretty competitive when you talk logistics. I think Walmart also this week announced a partnership with Instacart to help with grocery, but they already offer same day or excuse me, within 2-hour delivery. So it's very interesting that they're forming and announcing all these partnerships, whether it's Instacart or Shopify. I think they're doing a lot of headline grabbing. But to your point, Mark, I think setting up your fulfillment and shipping points is very important on the marketplace side of things, because you aren't able to take advantage of some of those direct partnerships they have, because those are for more 1P type vendors. So I think more to come on the WFS program. It's still very much in beta, to your point. We're still learning as we go there. Let's shift gears a little bit from logistics and shipping optimization to how do we sell a lot of product on Walmart Marketplace, right? Which is marketing. It all, you've optimized your listings, you've launched your account. Now, how do we grow our account, and really how do we leverage all that we know from a digital marketing standpoint to grow things on the Walmart platform?
Yeah, definitely. There's 2 really key points, and one of them, actually, to take a step back, actually does relate to shipping as well. So that piece right there that I'm about to talk about, that's when you're actually in your shipping settings to optimize your products further. You want to make sure that you set up regional shipping, or at least location-based shipping. You can do that in your settings as well. You can almost get down. I think you can get down all the way to like a zip code level of a specific city, of like where you're able to fulfill in 2 days, 3 days, next day, whatever it is. There's actually, I think they just said that there's almost like a 50% conversion rate for items that are on those more higher shipping speeds, just because the consumers are actually filtering on site for items that can be delivered quicker, which does make sense, because that's the piece why Amazon Prime is so great, because you get your stuff so early. So the Walmart customers, they're also kind of switching to that. So that's one piece of selling more, right? If you have optimized items for shipping, that's great. Your conversion is going to be way higher. The next piece is, and the great part about marketplace is that you have total control over your pricing and your content. So when you go to do advertising for Walmart Marketplace, you're going to have greater control over that as well. Now, the Walmart internal system for Walmart sponsored product ads, or WPAs, which is part of Walmart Performance Ads, which is part of Walmart Media Group. Walmart Media Group is the overarching advertising platform, or division of Walmart that does all of their on-site, advertising for, banners, homepage placement, all of that. If you want to play with WMG, you better have a lot of cash in the
Yeah,
pocket.
you would have deep pockets. I know we've experienced a lot with WMG in terms of the $75,000, $80,000, $100,000 requests. And that's before you even talk about online grocery pickup as well. So yeah, great call out there that you can do a lot more affordable marketing solutions.
Yes, exactly. So the two parts of Walmart advertising, right? You have WMG or Walmart Media Group, where you need a lot of dollars, to play with them, and that's going to get you things like homepage, banners on search, crazy placement, whatever it is. They're going to charge you a lot of money for that. The more affordable option is this Walmart sponsored product advertisement, and that's the advertising solution that most people will choose, especially for marketplace. So they have a self-service platform for Walmart sponsored product ads. It's very, very minimal, very basic, very bare bones. You don't get a lot of data on it. It's very hard to track your ROAS. It really doesn't give you full capability of what the platform can offer. It's unfortunate that Walmart doesn't have, services such as on the Amazon ad platform. It's very different in the way that the two work. So I think, we could talk a little bit, Darren, about, how we go about our partnership with the, sponsored product platform.
So on some previous podcasts, I know Geffen has talked about it, and we also have Michelle, one of our other teammates who manages this internally for a lot of our Walmart clients. PackView is the partnership of choice. They have a very robust software tie-in, and we're one of the 3 partners. I think it was Kenshu, Teikametrics, and PackView that were selected as partners to access Walmart's performance ad platform and add these robust features. We felt PackView did the best job for us, not diminishing what Kenshu and Teikametrics have to offer, which I'm sure are just as, just as beneficial for their clients. But if you do work with Vendo on the WPA platform, you will be working through PackView, and that enables you to change your cost per click and control your keyword bidding level a lot more than it would if you were just doing that straight on the WPA platform, as one example of many additional features and tools we get through that partnership. Aside from just WPAs and the PackView partnership, we have external marketing to Walmart.com and other marketing initiatives, because you got to be creative and keep up with your competition. I know we've started testing with clients driving traffic back to Walmart.com. Do you want to talk about any kind of SEO or SEM tips or external marketing or any other marketing ideas you feel relevant for our clients to take advantage of, or our audience, for Walmart.com marketplace?
Yeah, absolutely. I know Darren was talking about, we have external marketing initiatives that we do here at Vendo. And, if you were really wanting to go do that type of stuff on your own, I would say influencer marketing is probably the most important right now. Just from my background, when I worked in women's footwear for Walmart, Walmart has their own internal influencer programs, affiliate programs, whatever it is. And anytime that we would, ship a pair of women's shoes out to a great influencer on Instagram or something, we would sell out immediately. It had such a great impact. And I think when you think about external marketing, you need to have a unique product that's at a very valuable price point. I think those are key things there, how you stand out. So that's kind of what I would say about external marketing there. But I think, for those that really want to get some good traction in the Walmart space, using the Walmart sponsored product ads on top keywords, and our partnership with PackView is so important in how we can continue to drive that traffic, because of the artificial intelligence and things that PackView uses to help with what are the best keywords, and also be able to, with your ad spend, it'll actually understand your ad spend more than you would if you were just using the Walmart's internal service.
Yeah, one thing I will add, and this is backtracking to shipping again from a marketing or optimization standpoint, I like to shop on all the different platforms when I'm sourcing stuff for my own home. And I did notice that on Walmart.com, those items that were 2-day eligible or that I could ship very quickly, those are the ones I gravitated most towards. And I saw a lot of items that were out of stock or not in store or not available for ship to home. So just really, when you're looking at WPAs, external marketing, anything of that nature, shipping is just as important from a conversion standpoint for your Walmart.com listings. I do want to point that out just from personal experience as well. I know we covered a lot here, Mark, so why don't you take us home? Do you want to sum up some of the key points here for our audience?
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, to sum everything up, and we talked pretty high level about the Omni reorg, what is happening. If you're getting pushed to the Walmart marketplace, have those conversations with your 1P buyers and try to understand what's going on. Some might give you more context than others. Maybe they tell you that you're going to get pushed to the Walmart marketplace. If you do, we're here at Vendo to help you through the transition and lead your marketplace business, as we're experts in it. But yeah, apply for the Walmart marketplace. You can just Google Walmart marketplace, hit the apply button, make sure you have all your documentation ready to go. You understand what's going on. There's also tons of resources and documentation online about the Walmart marketplace. You can learn a ton just from reading, truly. They do put out great materials. So yeah, apply, get your items set up. Make sure you're filling out all the appropriate fields. You have good content, very important for your content quality score and internal search algorithms. Make sure you set up your shipping, get it optimized, get your fulfillment centers going, set up your regional shipping or zip code shipping for next day, 2-day, 3-day shipping. And then from there, you want to start looking at your advertising budget. Start to learn the costing on your items. Can you afford to, put some of the spend back into your advertisements? Learn the self-service platform if that's what you want to do. If not, come to Vendo. We'll help run your pack view for you and get you up and going. We're doing great things with it, seriously.
Shameless plug there, which I love. Awesome.
Shameless plug, totally shameless. But seriously, no, I'm really impressed just coming from Walmart, internally. I'm really impressed by what pack view actually can do. I didn't even personally know it was something that existed. And I think it's a huge opportunity just because it's so effective on how the ad spend works. It really does dig in deep in what's going on. So yeah, big fan of it.
Yeah, all great call outs. And I know we said at the top of the podcast about this really being geared towards getting ready for holiday on Walmart.com. So everything Mark just said is on pace with getting ready for holiday, which is going to be a very different e-com experience, I think, this year around, given that a lot of stores closed on Thanksgiving, Walmart specifically. I didn't know, Mark, very quickly, and sorry we didn't cover this, but if you wanted to speak to holiday as it relates specifically for Walmart.com and maybe even just e-com in general.
Yeah, totally. So Walmart is going to be kind of like an unknown territory. Yeah. I think they're expecting some really, really serious sales numbers, and it's going to be really, really, really competitive with all of this shift to the marketplace and people running their ads and what's going on. There's going to be so many brands that didn't exist last year or even just a couple of months ago that are now going to be on the website, and not just anyone, just serious brands that are ready to play and have the money to play too. So I think if how to win is just to get up and running early and start to really understand what the platform is and how it works, because it is definitely very technical. So yeah, I would just say, get going as quick as you can. Holiday is going to be really interesting for all of e-com this year.
Yeah, take action, I guess, is the big takeaway for anybody listening to this or any of our episodes. I feel like we provide a lot of great information and insights for our audience, but taking action is key. And if you don't know where to start, reach out to us. We can certainly help you. I know when people think women's footwear, they think Mark. So, Mark, why don't you tell people how can they get a hold of you? How can they reach you?
Totally, yeah. And definitely please let us know if you have any questions. You can reach me at mark@vendocommerce.com, Mark with a K, mark@vendocommerce.com.
Awesome. Thanks, Mark. And again, thanks for all the valuable insights. As always, if you guys want to learn more about us, what we do, please visit us at vendocommerce.com. Follow us on all our different social media channels. And as always, protect your brand and sell more. Thanks, guys.